We're back again. We're doing this thing again. Welcome back to While We're on the Subject. And I don't really have like a fancy here's how we're going to open the show every week. So we're just kind of
we're just going to flow with it.
We're just freeballing it right now.
Something will happen accidentally.
Right. It's as it's wont to do. Yes.
Yeah.
What you want?
So we had our first episode.
Yes, we did.
And we're going to
change shirts.
Yes, and it's
for episode 2.
So much acclaim. It's already gotten like 4 billion views. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
It has not actually been uploaded yet, but I love your optimism, kid.
Right. Yeah. So, welcome back to this little dog and pony show.
Can I be the dog?
I was getting ready to say you should be the dog, but then I mean, you can be whatever you want. That's what this world is all about.
Pony shows are illegal though, so.
Are they?
I think you have to have the dog.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know where this is going. This is already going off the rails. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna do that.
So all right. So presumably by the time you're watching this, it's Christmas maybe.
Yes.
And so
Merry Christmas.
That's a fucking I feel
Merry
like that
fucking Christmas.
Right. It's one of those Christmas is great. I love the time of year. It's fun and
that makes 50% of us.
I feel like Christmas over the years, do you get the sense that Christmas gets less fun as you get older? Is that a thing?
I get the sense that almost everything gets less fun as you get older, but
well, with a few notable exceptions.
Yes.
Drawing. I don't know. So yeah, Christmas. You know where I was going with that. So I think my thing is when I was little, Christmas was that magical time of year, and it's we're all gonna get together and have good food and open presents. And then now it's just kind of I don't know. I'm cynical, and I'm just well, here comes Father Capitalism, and we're just gonna ruin everything.
You're a man now.
Yeah. But anyway, Merry Christmas. We're totally Scrooging it.
Absolutely, Merry Christmas.
So what do you do? What are your Christmas traditions, celebrations? How do you celebrate that time of year? Because we personally have talked about views and beliefs and things like that before, but I just want to know what is Jeff Welch's Christmas?
Well, the month of December is all about survival for me. If I can make it to the end of it, I've had a Merry Christmas.
Right.
So when you reach a certain age, there's not any amount of jolly music or decorations that could distract me from the fact that this is the most financially draining month of the fucking year, and that's what it means to me.
I think that is very relatable.
Yeah.
And I hate that we get to the point where it's God, this is the month where I'm I've got to sell my body on the corner of the street just to be able to tell this person I love them, and I hate that feeling. That's the worst. Where it's I
mean, maybe if you were to cut out the middleman and.
I don't. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, no. I'm just very cynical.
And I don't even do the thing that other people I don't try to.
You don't sell your body on the street.
No, that's different. That's a whole. Look, we almost there, y'all. We're almost there. But I don't try to get a gift for every person that's ever said hi to me in my life. I'm worried about the kids, and that's it. And that's still
right.
You're always. We're in that middle class sort of fucking black hole that is the American dream of you're in debt forever and trying to make it look good. Then December rolls around, and you're oh fuck, there's no way we can make this look good.
Yeah, but to latch on to what you said, it's Christmas was made magical for me as a kid by people with that mindset. And so it's kind of I guess that's the one, silver lining. It's okay, if I can make my niece happy for Christmas, I'm sort of done. You know what I mean? I've done my job. As long as she's happy and her face lights up, I don't give a shit about anybody else kind of thing. I hate to be that way, but.
No, I think sometimes it's better to be that way. When you try to spread yourself too thin on everything, it just waters it down, and nobody's going to get the message that you love them.
Well, and then it's I'll go out.
I think some people just genuinely love the spreading themselves thin and buying shit part of Christmas.
Do you think it's because they want to look good? Like, is it secretly that, or do they just genuinely?
I think with a lot of people it is. I'm not going to. I'm really bad about like broad fucking statements about people, so I'm going to try.
Really,
not to do that. Yeah. So I think like all white people, that's the reason they do it.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, there was my broad statement. That was a joke, people. Stick with me here.
Yeah, stay with him.
No, I think some people that is what it is. I think some people, legitimately come from a place of caring. Just when you allow if you allow it to cause you stress in your life, then you're letting that caring do something wrong to you. This is traditionally the most stressful time of the year, like across the board. I think a lot of what contributes to that is the amount of stress people allow to put on each other, buying gifts and doing this and seeing family. A lot of it's the seeing family around the holidays. I'm not.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna say this about family and about turkey. If it was that fucking great, we'd have it around more than twice a year. I'm just gonna say that, and we've had, this past Thanksgiving we had kind of the traditional Thanksgiving at my house. Yeah. Our family's like any other family, different views, different this, different that. The key to winning the holidays is home field advantage. Right. This is my motherfucking house. The views expressed by me are the only ones that fucking matter. Merry fucking Christmas. See you next year.
Yeah, there you go. Here's what I would ask.
This is going to be the worst Christmas episode of anything ever.
Here's what happens to me is like I go out with good intentions of like I'm going to go, get this, like a whole list. And then I go out and I'm like, ooh, I want to buy this for me. This is my Christmas gift to me. Like, I
mean, you got to love you too.
You got to love you. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Okay. So while we're on the subject of Christmas, what is people have a love-hate relationship, I understand, with Christmas music, especially depending on what time of the fucking year we decide to start, like, obliterating people's eardrums with it. Do you have any Christmas songs that are sort of like your go-to, the ones that you like to hear, the ones you hate to hear?
Okay, well, I have a thing. They're actually a Christian metalcore band called August Burns Red. So it's extremely noisy and heavy, loud white people music. They've recorded actually an entire Christmas album. I really like their take on Christmas. It still sounds Christmassy. There's still the fucking bells and everything else in there, but with some really
But like instead of Santa coming, it's Ozzy Osbourne coming.
Right, and most of I don't think any of them even have. Most of them are just instrumentals. Yeah. So there's not the growly, metally vocals or whatever. But I kind of like the vibe of that.
Gotcha.
I don't even want to bring up this song because it turns into a whole other fucking thing. But just...
Oh my God, you might know exactly where I'm going with the topic.
Just the... and this is just due to who was singing it. In the movie Elf, Zooey Deschanel singing Baby
I know exactly
It's Cold Outside.
Going. Yes.
That's my favorite Christmas song, but it's only because
I can't. This is fucking. I can't believe you went there because you just jumped headlong into the topic for this week.
Then let's obliterate this.
All right. So there's been a lot of noise lately in the news about that song, and I know
it hasn't even been. Something happened with this like 4 years ago.
Yeah. No, and it's not the first time.
Every fucking year, everybody brings up old shit. Again.
So but here's the thing. Did you notice like 4 years ago, it was kind of a quieter, I feel like it didn't dominate the airwaves. And now I'm seeing it on my fucking Google News feed, which I bring up every day.
This year, it does seem to have been blown up. I don't know where it started. I feel like it was one person wrote an article in the Huff Post or where the fuck ever. And then it was like, because for someone like me who is super liberal, super in tune to things that may be rapey or non-consensual. I get that part, but then people come at me, they're like, well, all liberals hate this song. I don't give a fuck about that song, really.
Right. And that's me. Like I
can see it with I can see both sides of this, and I'm not a middle of the road type person.
Right.
So if you find a situation where I'm in the middle of the road, that means everybody else is fucking wrong.
Right.
Because I don't do that.
Now, I consider myself a pretty woke individual when it comes to like the social issues and things like that. So I'm trying to put it into like a historical context. Like, and I read an article, somebody wrote like a very beautiful like piece on why we need to calm the fuck down about this song. Right. And it has to do with like when the song was written, it was sort of an expectation that women were not allowed to make choices about who they stayed the night with and who they spent all this time with.
They kind of had to pretend like they were being tricked into something. There was almost this vibe of they had to pretend like it was non-consensual or they were a whore.
Exactly.
I understand that, which is a whole other problem than the consent issue we're talking about now. It's a problem that thankfully in most of society we're past. Not all of it, but I understand the implications back then.
Yeah, that was the entire argument for why we need to like loosen up, is because the context of the song is about this woman being able to freely make the choice for herself, even though society doesn't want her staying overnight with this guy. She's choosing herself that she wants to. Like, she's maybe trying to talk herself out of it so that she can conform to what society wants of her. But in the end, it's like, okay.
I mean, I think within the context of the way you just said that, the song actually, what's going on there is consent.
Yeah.
I think that it was about her consenting and having to make it look a certain way to keep up with the expectations.
Yes, exactly.
Now, on the flip side of that, too, and I deal with people a lot in what I do on social media who have, and I've had my own experiences, who are either have been raped or have had some sort of sexual assault. I'm not all the way to the... I still, first and foremost, your point of view should be formed by empathy.
Right.
If you're not starting from that point, if it is something, I can understand. Hearing the lyrics myself, I can understand how some people would feel the way they do about it. I'm not about banning songs or this, but I'm about discussing it with empathy. Right. And a lot of times, the way I hear it, maybe that doesn't matter if it's doing something else really negative to someone else. This stupid fucking song isn't important enough for me.
Right.
I do want to point out, and this is a thought I had the other day, and I specifically was like, I'm not going to post this on social media, but here we are.
Here we are.
I want to point out something odd I've noticed about this song and the people who this is their favorite song now.
Yeah.
A lot of your Keep Christ in Christmas people who love this song is, regardless of the consent issue or this or that, this song is definitely about two unmarried people who are getting ready to smash their nasty bits together really fucking hard. And it's only their favorite song now because it's poking a finger in liberals' eye.
Right. Right. And that's the thing.
That's disingenuous. That's hypocritical.
Absolutely.
If you're going to pretend you've got... At a certain point, you have to have the integrity to be like, okay, I know this pisses off my libtard family and friends,
right?
But I really don't condone. Like, I mean, they're the ones that talk about the sanctity of marriage all the time. This can't be your favorite song, or you're a fucking hypocrite.
This is a crowd that's like historically inconsistent with their views as it is, and so now it's just very convenient.
You reckon?
And then now they just suddenly have this, they have this platform because suddenly they're like, oh, well, the liberals are mad about this, so I better be in favor of it, even though it's talking about something that I absolutely don't
this is
support.
where we're at as a country. You said the liberals are going to be mad about this.
Yeah.
This is a situation like when I led into this. Someone somewhere wrote something about this, and regardless of anybody's view on this, now that side, the other, whatever, they latch onto that. The liberals is me and you, and we're not all the way over here on this ban this song.
Right.
And that's how kind of where we're divided at.
Right.
Something like this, there's not even a consistent middle ground.
There's not a left and right on this issue.
I'm a fucking white dude with a beard and muscles, and all of a sudden liberals hate this. Like, I don't care about this song. First and foremost, it's a shit song specifically because it is a Christmas song.
I mean, really,
I like it when Zooey Deschanel sings it. That is another topic.
If you want to, while we're on the subject, if you want a fucking Christmas song to hate, and listen, I think it was a good song, and like I get why it was played like a gajillion times every year, whatever. Like that fucking Mariah Carey song it's like the biggest earworm, like every goddamn place I go.
Could we not do that?
Like, oh God. And here's the thing, Mariah Carey fantastic singer in her time. But man, that song, I just feel like it's like, oh, what are we going to do?
Anything that gets played out,
yeah,
it just gets, I mean,
yeah.
From a musical standpoint, that's a good song. She's a good singer.
Yeah, yeah. And then she, I mean, great writing on that.
Just like there's this part of me that if it's a Christmas song, I'm probably not going to be a fan of it.
Especially if you're hearing it like October 15th and it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, some people do jump the gun a little bit. A few years ago, one of the things I wrote and posted, and I actually had a few people unfollow me over it.
You had people unfollow you?
It happens from time to time.
Never. I don't believe it.
But I said that not only is Christmas the worst fucking holiday on the calendar, it's the only one that lasts 13 months. Because it's like, is it always Christmas? Yeah.
And it's like, I just feel like if I look back on my life, like every year the Christmas decorations start rolling out earlier. Like at some point they're going to be out with the Valentine's Day shit.
And I'll admit that last year, and this was just more due to a internal household power struggle, but our tree did not get taken down till like fucking August because I was not going to do that, but then I did. So
there you go. There you go. There was a point where when my grandmother was living, there was this woman that lived like near the house, and every time we would like drive to like Walmart or wherever, if I would take her shopping or whatever, she would always comment on the fact that this woman's fucking Christmas tree was always up in her window year round. And I think the way she got away with it was it just sort of became like the occasion tree. So it's like, I'm going to decorate this tree for New Year's. I'm going to decorate for Valentine's Day. Like it just sort of became like what are we going to put on this fucking tree to make it make sense right now? Like, I'm just like, God, take that shit down. Like, I don't decorate for Christmas. Do you decorate for Christmas?
I do not. Well, I mean, I have to bring the decorations up from underneath the house. I play my part. It's the man part.
Right.
Men don't give a fuck about Christmas decorations.
There's a broad and general statement.
I warned you.
Yeah,
I warned you.
Yeah,
listen. A lot of my negativity about Christmas comes from two things. I was raised in an uber religious household and a very poor household. Mm-hmm. Both of those things ruin all holidays. So. Yeah. Nothing can be enjoyable when you're too religious about it, and nothing can be enjoyable when you ain't got no motherfucking money to enjoy it.
I feel that.
It just came from a place where that magic wasn't as magical even when I was young.
Right.
You know, I didn't feel it that way. And I try to be less cynical in my old age.
Right.
I've got daughters. I want it to be special for them.
Right.
My wife enjoys the holiday, and I'll say snarky little things just to be a smart ass about it. I don't want to suck anyone else's joy out of it. Just stay away from me.
That's
with
me.
your
Like
fucking joy.
I feel like this is where we might differ on a little bit. I do have joy for the season itself and for like the idea of it. It's kind of like I like the idea of it. I like the family coming together. Except in some cases it's like. There's certain family that I'm just like, you just stay over there and celebrate it your way, and I'll do it this way. But like, I enjoy like spending time with my niece and family and stuff like that. That part of it is good. It's just I guess the rest of it. It's just, I feel like we've.
And I think that aspect of it has gotten worse recently.
Yes.
Because I've seen many people comment about it.
We can say Merry Christmas again.
We're also, and this is the part like, and I have to be aware of the role I play in this. If it is just hey, let's be family, then everyone has to be willing to, just ever so briefly, long enough to eat a fucking turkey.
Right.
Lay down your arms.
Right.
Get together.
It's like
give your family a hug.
If I can jump off
you
of
can get back on Facebook the very next day and hit each other in real life.
Right.
And I don't feel like that's disingenuous. I don't feel like it's dishonest. I feel like, hey, it is very much. It's almost like in the Olympics when everyone would stop fighting their war. This is like, we're not going to be about this, but everybody has to be willing on their end to be that person who isn't going to bring up Donald Trump.
And that's my thing.
That.
I feel like
that.
I've done a very good job with that in my family of like, I'll bow my head when they pray. I'll eat the food or whatever. But invariably there is somebody that's just they're just dying to bring up something to push my buttons. And it's like, I'm not trying to fight with you over this meal.
If it's a situation where everybody can kind of let it go and get together, if it's a situation where one person knows they're showing up to get bullied,
right,
it's not worth it for anybody involved.
No, I agree. That's
why it does take the whole team.
Right. It does.
If you really want this magical fucking family Christmas, everybody has to
let's come together.
There can't be one person.
Let's do it. Yeah. That's my thing. Like, don't make little like shady comments at me over like whatever, like, because I'm not gonna do it to you. I'm not here. But here's my thing though. You come at me, and I will. Like, I have no qualms.
So I'm that guy. Way, even if I hype myself up to be like, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to just take it all and not say, once my heart rate gets to a certain point, then you don't want to, you should not have started this.
Right, like if you don't want none, don't start none, won't be none kind of thing,
So, and our Thanksgiving was kind of that kind of situation, and it's not, it was just, hey, and it really was pleasant. Like I said, a big part of that for me was home field advantage.
Right.
Everybody knows what kind of dick I am. If it gets out of hand, I don't really care who it is. Get the fuck out of my house and don't come back. That's the good thing about being the grown up, as opposed to like my teenage years where you're going here, going there, and they can treat you however you want to.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that anymore.
Right.
I fucking grew a beard. This is my house.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, get out.
You come in and I will be respectful. I don't use that as my own bully pulpit to be like, well, now you're going to hear about what I believe. No, we're going to eat this turkey because we only eat turkey twice a fucking year.
And the shitty thing is, like, I feel like people will listen to this conversation, and depending on what their political or whatever bent is, like if let's say, you got like your hardcore, right wingers. I'm not trying to make this like a left and right thing, but like I hate that people will take this conversation and only pick out the parts that sort of reinforce their own bias.
Well, that's what everybody's going to do.
And that sucks, because like we're sitting here having a conversation about like coming together and like let's everybody.
We do really have for all of my fuck Christmases I've thrown in here. I believe we really have a message of unity here.
Yeah, and that's.
I mean, for a Christmas episode, what we're saying here is, y'all give it a fucking break for a minute. Take one day off from sharing your libtards.
You heard it here, yeah.
Or
no matter what you believe, no matter
whatever side you're on, give it a break long enough just to get together,
right?
And
don't ruin
that's
Christmas.
Me. This is me talking to me, because I am that guy that's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I've gotten better over the years,
and I don't see Christmas as something special like everybody else does.
Right.
But if it's gonna be a time where you get together with family, that should be special.
Right. It's like, let people
ruin it from being special because of the climate.
Let people enjoy things.
Yeah, I understand. I'm all about people having boundaries. I'm all about respecting other people's boundaries. It's like, I hate like the statement, let's agree to disagree. No, fuck you, you're wrong.
No.
For one fucking day.
Right.
Let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Right, with that. And while we're on that subject, New Year's is coming up, and we'll kind of like wind down a little bit. But yeah, this has been cool to kind of start this show and kind of like hopefully get some people on board. Oh yeah,
I like the way this is flowing, completely unplanned.
So like, if you're watching, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Hope you're having a great time of year. New Year's is coming up. Maybe we'll have like we're
gonna have a show. I've already got we'll do a New Year's episode.
Yeah, a New Year's episode. Yeah, because we got to talk about like. I feel like resolutions like are kind of like overdone, and like I do want to kind of like have a conversation about.
Let's have a resolution.
Let's have a resolution to talk about revolution.
I've got a funny one.
Yeah.
And then we can seriously have a conversation about resolutions. I like this.
I'm totally down for that. So until then, I have enjoyed having these little banters with you guys. Thank you guys for joining us and coming on board here, and we hope that you'll stick with us and keep coming back for more. And if you'll come back for more, we will sure as hell.
We're going to give you more.
We're going to give you more. So, so until then, thank you guys very much. Hope you guys have an awesome day.
Bye. Thank you.